again, if they decide to, depending on where they put this Fredrin, right, because there's a couple options here that they could play around with, they still got to be able to deal, like I said, with the sustainability. Also, the set potential with just having a Grok across from them is also going to be a threat, something to deal with, right? You want to be able to also lock in something good for your gold lane. I like the Harith ban there because essentially you're thinking, all right, what do we park in the gold lane? And this has been something that we've been talking about for the course of this tournament, how the gold lane is kind of going through this own shift in a way, right? Alongside that XP lane. But gold lane specifically, like, do you want to take that traditional marksman in there? We've seen a lot of, carry pop up, Brody here, Beatrix, of course, still. And I feel like it's getting increasingly tough for a lot of these marksman picks in the gold lane, unless you can really just kind of thrive by just farming and then transition to mid to late game where you kind of pop off. But again, you need the right things to fall in place there. So there it is, the last ban, right, was the carry, who, like I said, is a struggle, but would have actually worked great against this lineup already from Philippines.
They're forcing out the Beatrix out of Cambodia.
Yeah.
For this one, because there's no other option here present, even in the second phase. Two heroes out, you have the carry and the Harith out, because at this point in time, two teams that have yet the marksman, but they're not going with the traditional one. They're going with the gold lane Luno, so opening up the possibility that Beatrix can also be used by Philippines as well as take their jungler with them. Could be Lancelot, with the presence of an Angela.
Yeah. Jungle options there, whatever you want to shine the most with. Lancelot would probably work greatest, against the Ling, especially the matchup. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if something comes up differently, right? It's really up to the Philippines. Like, do we opt for that? It makes sense. We still we don't have the Angel Ling combo, but we've got Langela.
Just in case.
Okay, back from Fardita, now the Langela. It could happen.
But no!
We forgot.
We forgot that part. Yeah, it's a Fangela. It's a Fanny and Angela.
Okay.
Right on the Philippines. On stream, we haven't seen the off-stream games yet. But this is something new again. For the second game today. So there's a Fanny answering the global capability of the Ling as well.
I wonder if Cambodia is thinking about this, like, darn, we forgot. We have to take out the Fanny, because I feel like every team that plays against Philippines takes out Fanny, like in the first phase even. For the most part.
It's the first thing that you do.
Well, it didn't happen here, so now they're going to have to play against it, right? And if you just look across the board as we wait for this last pickup, it's going to be the crew. Great, probably the best choice you have.
Yeah,
playing into the Fanny. So covering the base is at least there, because if you look across this lineup for Philippines, it's pretty well-rounded, I would say, right? You've got a lot of coverage in all the areas that you need, and especially the biggest thing is you lack the little bit of that magic damage in comparison, right? In comparison to what's across from you. So you have to be able to start strong, start early, and I think that's just statistically what we know about the Philippines. That's what they want to do. On the other hand, Cambodia, especially locking in, they have that Lunox. They have quite a bit of capability to burst with the magic damage. Pairing it up with the Joy, too, right? We're expecting an early Genius Wand to be built, using those beasts, kind of popping that vengeance, just wrecking a havoc in the back line if they can. And then hopefully, you have enough follow-up through that. I think that's the game plan here, specifically for Cambodia.
You just imagine magic damage reduction. On the side of the Philippines. Now, on game number 1, looks like the battle's about to start. It's the first match of the Philippines versus Cambodia. Now let's see how this goes. Again, our XP laner for Philippines is now Cannon, the EHI Cannon for this game.
Even just looking at the emblems, right? Early starting here, kind of, to be expected, right? I also think it's interesting that we have the Grok rolling with that concussive blast, of course, the tenacity, looking for any type of poking that can happen here with that emblem. Already getting an early flicker out as well, so, a minor win here.
Yeah. Good work there for Philippines, trying to force out those flickers, mostly. Now, if you're early game, you might want to step up. Look at that. Seacat as well, being
and there will result into nothing. But again, so much value by just early game, even before the 1 minute mark, you already get these 2 flickers down. If they want to look for a follow-up play from that, and as soon they can, especially here with Zayson right on the bench.
Yeah, and looking at how they could make use of the macro game that they're doing or they're going up against Cambodia. They have a link as well, but 2 heroes dependent on the jungle side. But this is, wait, hold up, on ADM. Should be fine. Escape.
Should be fine, like I mentioned. No.
Lord, oh. Di na naman copyright.
Hold on. Real quick, a little bit late there, but that was already the first blood. And Chama on the run. This is kind of not what you want to happen, right? When we're talking about Fanny here, just in general, especially in the hands of Zayson, right? You get that early kill. He's running with the lethal ignition on top of it. Scaling is going to be in his favor, especially at this point in the game, right? Leading into that first turtle also is going to be crucial for Cambodia to be able to fight against this and really be weary of their positioning.
Well, speaking of positioning here, 2 members present. We have Cannon and Argyle right in first circle and near the pit. Now 2 members as well might be into the contest. But looking at the front here, there's global coverage that Tyson can do. Cannon as well, so baiting out.
Yeah, they already get up. Here comes Zayson, though, going to be blading his way. Hard guard already going to be connected to. ATM will fall. Still going to be looking for more. CCAT could be in trouble. Fraser's Wrath's going to come down, but it's just too much. Trying to buy time. Here comes D7 with the follow-up. It's not enough just yet. CCAT can't get away. Pickup kill for Inigo.
D7 was too far. Completely on the other side of the map. It's now Tyson stolen.
Yeah, stolen.
Completely taken out the purple out of Shima. Now, a bit of delay of thinking this third, but that was one worthy way of trying to play around the map in a macro scale. Cambodia needs to have that catch. If Fanny's around, if Tyson is around, you need to get out of that Archangel. Knocking out 2, and Philippines secure the first turtle.
Yeah, first turtle secured here, and like I said, Unigo specifically on this Angela. You kind of expect this, right? The hard guard timing is going to be on point, exactly where it needs to be, but already building in, early assist, early kill, really going to help the scaling department there. So this is what I was saying. The piece to the puzzle has to be solved from Cambodia really quickly, even this early on in the game. They got to be able to set themselves up here. And if that's, Fury to be able to kind of burst people down, it'd be great, but already ATM, having these early deaths, he's going to start to get behind here, right? And at one point, you really don't want to be in that position as far as having this join XP lane.
Yeah, if you're talking about how mobility is concerned, inside of Cambodia, if you want to get a catch on how slippery Philippines is going through those kinds of takes, especially in the jungle, look at that. Shima almost low on HP, being blocked of taken out his own purple or orange. Now, there's one problem here. You're taking out resources early on up against Cambodia.
Okay, so as we get this situated, let's go ahead and just see how things kind of fall into place, right? This is, the turtle was secured here. You're now at a 3K gold deficit. Jason, once again, going to force the Tempest Blades. All 4 is a purple, able to secure it for Chamado. Now we'll see if they actually want to go ahead and counterpunch this. D7 charging up. Better safe than sorry. They don't commit. 3K behind, though.
Yeah, but just looking at the map, they have eyes on the gold lane as well. This is a late game possible threat for Philippines. The lineup of Cambodia, look at that ATM.
Oh, no. ATM, once again, even with the beats, he survived, though, somehow. Luckily, Chama was there. That would have been really bad if he did go down. Meanwhile, Cannon in the mid lane, still putting attention here. All this leading into that turtle. Here it comes in a couple seconds. Spawning real quick, taking a look at the items.
Yeah, dominance ice onto Cannon, able to sustain in and zone out members of Cambodia. Skill like Freight's present partner as well, using this ability to even hold on to those kinds of demons where he can be out of the soaker damage for Philippines. Now in the setup, you're waiting for Philippines to even make the first move, because as you can see, we have 2 members down, and we have D7 and as well as Fury down in the bush. As well, at this point, nobody has checked out that, but they might be sensing something here, because nobody's taking a near or being close to the area where they could be in trouble.
Yeah, they don't want to overcommit, right, in terms of the space here. You still got both junglers trying to get the resources they need to set themselves up for this objective take. Turtle's going to go ahead and take a trip back to the setup here, back to its pond. Yeah. Reset. good usage. Once again, this is why Grok can do quite a bit within the game, right? Just with that Guardian's Barrier. So already here, like I said, no one paid attention to ATM though. Gonna get just taken down so quickly. Tesla plays meanwhile for the Turtles. Wild Charge gonna come through. Chama in trouble. Can't escape. Will fall. The Heart Guard gonna be used now. Fury trying to buy some time. Does he have enough damage? It's not, because the sustain is too much. Fury, Tiano, here he comes. Gets the Brilliance out. Gonna be looking for the lineup shot here. One shot away he goes. Changes guns. Gets the kill. Now for the run, Cambodia goes. No one able to get the Turtle.
2 members down. First it was ATM, 3 deaths in. D7 trying to hold off Cannon. Now right in their own defense, they just keep on pushing through the lanes of Cambodia. Now Saison has a better view of this last hurdle probably for this early game. Now eyeing on the objectives, they're forcing out a lot of things in Cambodia. Depleting out of their resources, yep, that is Unigo coming in for Recreana. But now looking at the fact that it's the focus of draining out resources for Cambodia to even build through their mid-late game power spike.
Yeah, if you want to get to that power spike if you're Cambodia, you really got to settle into this, because things are just going from bad to worse at this point. Again, like I said, the shining moment for Team Philippines is always that mid-game transition, and that's where we're at. ATM has been struggling. Chama also just picking up that Berserker's Fury. Fury also getting a Genius Wand here, trying to help with that damage, but as we saw from that last little pretty much team fight in the jungle, the damage isn't enough, right? And now Saison once again just trying to assert dominance for the buff, still working on C-Cat, should be able to get the kill, has the energy, goes in under the turret. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, D7 will fall, and it looked like ATM did as well alongside C-Cat. It's devastating for Cambodia.
3 bodies down, 8 minutes in. Again, the level of Saison right now up against Shima is 2 levels ahead. Using the air superiority and the cutthroat right in the right moment was diverting all the attention of Cambodia to even defend or even get in a reinforcement follow-up. Now base is opening slowly, and the Philippines is taking more coverage of the map, not leaving any purple for Lane or for Shima. Look at that.
Look at the intensity. Has the Heart Guard here with the team, but he will not be enough. It took the whole team effort to get through that. Cannon will fall. Even taking a look at the items here, OSX, how's it looking?
Berserker's Fury on present on Shima, but delaying and getting all the purples out is not what you want if you're scaling into the game. Now dominance ice is present though for C-Cat and as well as you have that Genius Wand that we're talking about. 2 Genius Wands present, but inside of Philippines they're still building through that magic burst damage. But one thing is considered here as well, they're slowing down healing on what the Joy and the Lunos can do. So as this early point of time, they still can force out from Cambodia. So they still can make them, wait and see that what could their magic damage potential can show up in the latest stage of the game. But will that happen? No. Saison taking the Lord. Another objective for Team Philippines. Now waves will be cleaned up, and Cambodia will be in a defensive state.
They've been, for the past, 7-8 minutes, they felt like they've been defensively playing. And that's just because, again, it started from the draft. You have to look. Back there, first pick Angela. You guys take Link. We know you're going to do that. We're going to have a game plan to basically take your buff, choke out your jungle. Chama's level 10, by the way, against a 14 Saison, right? That's not a good time. You're kind of... just a walking Ling at this point. You might be able to bob and weave through a couple walls, but really you don't have... They do try to make an effort as this one in the mid lane. The Wild Charge going to come through. Tier 2 will fall, but look at the... triple kill over here for Requitiano. Jaman just has to watch on the wall as he sees his teammates fall.
Arcangel with the pin down. 3 important members of Cambodia. The ones needed to defend, the ones needed to enter the back lines of the Philippines. Now they're breaking through the base. Last year turned up top, now on to the mid. Now pushing Cambodia. Defenseless with no more turrets to defend. Now forcing Alex to have to lay. What would happen here? Base being destroyed now.
Here it is once again. Base going to be quickly worked on, and just like that, Philippines will